Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. In case you missed that on our first segment, we had Arundhati Sivagarunathan speaking about her little workshop that she's having on the second week of January. So make sure you do check that out. If you want to find out more information about our previous segment, email us at mtvsports@maharaja.ok. Okay, so here's a quick question that we've been getting on our Facebook messages. People have been swarming us with business, because a lot of people that have been coming on the show have been entrepreneurs, starting up their own business on Facebook, social media, whatnot. So we decided to have Shafraz Salim from, you all know him from Beyond Business, and we have him here in the studio. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How does it feel to wake up in the morning and stuff and come to a different show?
Feels good, you know. I mean, something new, something different, some talking.
Yeah. Good morning, Sri Lanka. Okay, Shafraz, now I need your expertise here today. A lot of people have been asking us again, how do I start a business on my own?
Yeah.
Let's create something hypothetical here, something out of our minds. I want to start up a coffee house.
Okay.
All right, a coffee shop.
Okay.
That's my business.
Okay.
How do I begin? What's the first thing that I do?
All right. So I'll just take you back a little. I mean, why business? That's the biggest question, right?
Yeah.
Because you can always go to a company and work. You can do a 9 to 5 shift, come back home, la-di-da-di, you're very happy. But the point being, is that your own thing? And also what we need to realize, your energy levels are not gonna stay like this. It's more like a depletion.
Right.
You're going to lose out your energy when you get older.
Yeah.
So you need to sit back at home, relax, and have all your employees and team going all out at it,
right,
and your bank balance going up. Number one.
Right.
And number two is the fact that you need to be self-sufficient as well.
Right.
You need to let your creativity run a little wild at times, which you can't do at company because you have bureaucracy everywhere.
True.
That's one of the biggest reasons why you need your own business at all times. And number two, before you start up a business, before you even think of an idea, you should always come up with something that excites you.
Right.
So when you say coffee shop, I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is it's something that interests you.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Because if your heart is not into something, you're not going to do it. So number one, the key to starting up any business, do you love that?
Right.
Are you willing to give your heart, soul and mind every single day to let it grow?
Right.
That's number one. Once you've seen that, then you see, okay, fine, let's say I love coffee shop, I love running it, I love seeing people, I love interacting with them. Do you see a scope in this market is the next question. Because you take a typical Sri Lankan, I'm basing this on your example again. You take a typical Sri Lankan. Today we aren't a predominant coffee culture to start with.
Right. Okay.
Because the Sri Lankan is not someone who would walk in with a 550 rupees and have a Black Forest large and walk out. We rather walk into, let's say, another main course meal, hammer, or maybe have a kottu, with cheese and walk out. That's
right.
the predominant culture.
Yeah.
So which is a habit change that you need. So Sri Lanka slowly but steadily is coming into the coffee culture. Why I said we're not predominant is because it's not embedded in us.
Yeah.
Then, are you planning to create that habit further? Is a big question you need to ask yourself. Then the second thing would be, what's the competition in the market? Because if it's surrounded by people, and if every Tom, Dick and Harry is coming up with a coffee shop, what's going to differentiate you? So just to summarize everything I said, do you love it? Do you enjoy it? Do you believe in it? Do you see it out there? And do you see yourself succeeding? I mean, that's a couple of things that you need to keep in mind.
I will say yes to all of this. First of all, for my coffee house, my hypothetical, my dream coffee house that I'm picturing right now. All right, so I start up this coffee house, do everything that you say.
Yeah.
When you ask me what would be unique about us, let's just say we would be the first Sri Lankan coffee house to have reading material, because I find that you don't have that anymore. People don't read anymore. They just look through their computers and whatnot.
Yes.
So it's a coffee house with no electronics.
Yes. Yes.
You have to leave them at the door, and you have your books and stuff. That's my idea.
Yes.
What sort of customer can I expect to walk in?
Okay. Now, just to tweak it a little. Now, if you say books and no electronics today, Sri Lanka is a 71% mobile penetrated market. Everyone has a mobile. That's active SIMs, okay? But if you look at mobiles, it's 100%.
Yeah.
So you take internet penetration, 19% of the population has internet.
Yeah.
But a mobile phone, out of the entire mobile phones in Sri Lanka of 20 million, 60% are feature phones and 40% are smartphones, which means 40% of those mobiles have internet.
Yeah.
So it makes it 59% of the country has internet.
Yeah.
Then if you're looking at a book reader, That's not the segment, that's the youth.
Right.
Then you're looking for more like a 28 to a 35-year-old guy who's willing to spend more time. You know, that's a superb thing because you're looking at a different market which is away from the target that everyone else is making.
A very niche market.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to get at, that idea is good because the reason is every other coffee house is tapping into someone who's coming for a meeting, a conference, maybe chit-chatting, youngsters, teenagers who's willing to walk in there, spend 5 hours, have a cup of coffee and walk out. Whereas you are looking at more like that person who's willing to read. So that's the target segment you're looking at. But the first thing you need to also think while looking at the target segment, while you identify an amazing target segment, is that big enough for you to ensure that the money you put in would be recovered?
Right.
That's something you would need to think about.
That is a bit of a... So what do I do here? How do I change this? This is the point where I would hire someone like you to tell me what to do.
Yes. So
because I've opened the coffee house already, but I want to make some money out of it.
So imagine, why not this? I mean, this is again just an example. Why not you have a bookstore, but then you don't make it just like just another, let's say, hard bookstore. You make it an e-book store. Okay. You walk in, right? You have a software-enabled zone where you can download any books onto your mobile phone,
right? Onto
your laptop, onto your iPad. And you can read it, and even you can take it back home and read, because no one's going to spend 5-6 hours in a coffee shop reading a thick book. So then you get your niche, saying, okay, fine, I walk into this coffee shop, it's more like a library. I spend on a coffee, I download a book, I come back home, I read it.
Right.
I mean, that would be something, bringing in that e-platform to send the books up there. Would be something that you can think of. So it's about, so the idea that I'm getting at, just to sum up on this particular example, is the fact that you need to ensure that we are with the 21st century, with mobile and internet penetration going up there. Why not an e-book? Because people today are mobile, they're on the move. So you might have to give them something portable to take it from them, along them, rather than keeping them a standstill. Is something you need to think of. And another issue that most people face today is they need to make quick bucks. When you open up a business, you want to break even in the first year and you want to make millions in the second year. Flipkart, which is an Indian-based e-shopping retailer, very popular, advertisements all over, but the point is they're still making a loss. Amazon.com just broke even after so many years. So that's something you need to be willing to do. You need to be willing to make losses, and then some good day you'll make your bucks, and then it's a smooth journey afterwards.
So just to recap on what you just said is, don't get too personal with what you're looking for. You have to think of the long run in the process and not really try and get things sorted out as soon as you want them to.
And you need to look at the mirror, but not only at your reflection, because you might love something, so let's do it, but then how is it fine-tuned to serve your customers? Because customer is your king. They walk in, you earn buck. They don't walk in, you're closed.
That's true. Okay, now again, my coffee house that just got an e-platform in there for people to actually download books now. We're going to call this coffee house the MTV Sports. The Good Morning,
Coffee House. Yes.
All right. Where now, if this is located in Sri Lanka, where would I want to locate it, and why?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Where do you think the 25 to 35-year-old people who have the bucks, because you're looking at an affluent population of the country, where do you think they would be based in?
Okay,
I'll give you a couple of options. Are you looking at Colombo? Are you looking at southern part of Sri Lanka? Are you looking at, let's say, exteriors?
I'm always looking at Colombo because I would like to interact with people that I know.
Exactly, and also the affluent crowd that's willing to go out there and download, have the mobile phones, smartphones, everything lives in a Colombo or maybe a Kandy. So for you to start off would be in a Colombo or a Kandy. Having said that, you need to be in a vicinity that is approachable, where people could drive in and come back, which would again make it along the sides of let's say a World Trade Center. I don't know, somewhere offices are located, or maybe somewhere around, let's say, a Gaul Road, where there's a lot of movement along with people, or a lot of educational institutions, because there could be lecturers, because you're not looking at the teenagers. If it was teenagers, I would have said next to a club, but that's not what you're looking at. You're looking at a different market. So again, the hypothesis is basing down into identifying where your people are, and you go to them versus asking them to come to you. Unless you are, let's say, Vegas, then you say, okay, come to me, have fun and go back. But otherwise, you need to go to them. So that will be a challenge.
Very, very insightful stuff. And this is actually giving me more ideas on this hypothetical business that we have just started on Good Morning Sri Lanka. We'll be right back with more of Shafranz after this commercial break.